Hi everyone. So in the previous class we have discussed the definition of cyclic group, order of an element, and how to find the generator of the cyclic group. Okay. So once again I will revise the definition of your cyclic group because we use that definition oftenly to prove some results. Okay. So again once again I will explain the definition of cyclic group. A group G is a cyclic group if there exists an element A belongs to G such that G is equal to A. From this element A, we have to generate all the elements of the group G. So then we can say A is the generator of G. So and this can be rewritten as G is equal to, this is the generator of A, and this can be written as A to the power n such that A belongs to G and n belongs to I. Okay, n belongs to I. So this is the example, fourth suits of unity. So G is equal to 1 minus 1 for this example of cyclic group base. G is equal to 1 minus 1 I and minus I. So from which element we can generate all the elements of the group G. So from 1 it won't possible, because if we raise the power 1 to the power 1, so then it will become 1. Okay. So for multiplication this is the identity element. So if we raise the power 2, then also no problem, then also we get 1. If you raise the power 3, then also you get 1. If you raise the power 4, then also you get 1. So except 1 you won't get from this element. Okay. So minus 1 to the power 1 is minus 1, and minus 1 to the power 2 is 1. So that is the identity element. If you raise the power 3, then it will become minus 1. Raise the power 4, then it will become 1. So for the element I, so if you raise the power I to the power 1, I to the power 2 minus 1, I to the power 3 minus I, and I to the power 4 1. So from I you can get all the elements of the group G. So then we can say I is the generator of the group Z. So like this we use the definition of your cyclic group. Okay. So here I will prove some results, that is some important theorems, so that have been asked in previous year examinations. So you watch it carefully. So prove that every cyclic group is abelian. So to prove this result, we have to know the definition of cyclic group, and so what is the meaning of abelian group. Okay. So these two things have been your mind, then this is not a big deal to deal this result. Okay. So first I will take the definition of your cyclic group. So here I consider cyclic group Z generated by A. So you know that how to write this, that is Z is equal to A. Okay. A is the generator of G. Again we redefine this definition as of the form, by definition of the cyclic group G can be expressed as G is equal to A to the power n. So this can be written as A to the power n such that A belongs to G and n belongs to Z. So here I take x and y belongs to G, group G, with x is equal to A to the power n. So because we have to prove this cyclic group is abelian. For that we take two elements. So those are x and y belongs to G with x is equal to A to the power m and y is equal to A to the power n. Then we have to prove that xy is equal to yx using this data. Okay. So then xy is equal to A to the power m into A to the power n. So so bases are and then powers can be added. So this is equal to A to the power m plus n. So this can be written as n plus m. Okay, n plus m. So if I separate these powers, then it will become A to the power n into A to the power m. So you know that A to the power n is what? Y, and A to the power m is what? X. So therefore xy is equal to yx for all xy belongs to G. Therefore G is an abelian group. So remark for this is, so every abelian group need not be cyclic group. Okay. So you remember that every abelian group need not be a cyclic group. So if they ask in the examination like this, prove that every cyclic group is abelian, is the converse is true. If they ask, then you write it. So because every abelian group need not be a cyclic group. For that example is R plus is an abelian group but not cyclic. So because if you take any element, so if I take 1 plus 1 plus 2, 1 plus 3, so you get all the positive numbers, but you won't get negative numbers. So this is an example for your means cyclic group. Okay, so this is abelian group but not be cyclic. Okay, so again a theorem is there. So that is if A is the generator of, if A is a generator of a cyclic group Z, then prove that A inverse is also a generator of the group Z. If A is the generator of the group Z, then A inverse also a generator of group Z. So here the given data is Z is equal to A. So A is the generator of Z. Okay, and this can be written as in the definition of the form G is equal to A to the power n, such that A belongs to G, A belongs to G, and n belongs to Z. Okay, so we have to prove that Z is equal to A inverse. Z is equal to A inverse, and that is generator of A should be generator of G, A inverse should be generator of G. So again here I use the definition of your cyclic group, that is let A be a generator of a cyclic group Z. So that is Z is equal to generator of A. So this can be written as A to the power n, such that A belongs to G and n belongs to Z. N belongs to Z. So here I take let x belongs to Z be an arbitrary element. Then for some n belongs to Z, x is equal to A to the power n. X is equal to A to the power n. So but A to the power n is equal to, this can be we can write it as A inverse to the power A to the power minus 1 to the power minus 1 to the power n. So A to the power minus 1, if we multiply these two, then it will become plus into this 1 into n is n. Again you get this element. Okay, so if I write this as A to the power minus 1, so this can be multiplied, so then it will become minus n. A to the power minus 1 to the power minus n, and your minus n belongs to what? Z. Minus n belongs to what? Z. So therefore here you get x is equal to A inverse to the power A to the power minus 1 to the power minus n, and hence any element of x belongs to Z can also be expressed as an integral power of A to the power minus 1. A to the power minus 1. So therefore Z is generated by A inverse, or A inverse is also a generator of Z. A inverse is also a generator of Z. This is a simple result. So if A is a generator of Z, then A inverse also a generator of Z, because we can express any generator in the form of, so in the form of, if it is G is equal to A to the power n, so then A to the power n can be written as A to the power minus 1 to the power minus 1 to the power n. So then it will become A to the power minus 1 to the power minus n, and you know that minus n belongs to Z. So then we can say A inverse is a generator of the group Z. So this is a simple result. It flows from the definition of your cyclic group. So read it carefully. If you have any doubts regarding this, you can ask question. Okay, so again the definition, that is a subgroup of a cyclic group. So you already seen the definition of subgroup. So again we use the subgroup of a cyclic group in the similar manner. Okay, so a subgroup H of a cyclic group Z is generated by A to the power m. Here A is the generator of Z and m is the smallest integer. M is the smallest positive integer, such that A to the power m belongs to H. Okay, if A to the power n belongs to G and H is a subset of G, then A to the power m also belongs to Z. Okay, in that form. So using this we prove a result, that is every subgroup of a cyclic group is cyclic. So we see it in the next class. Okay, thank you. If you have any doubts regarding these two theorems, you can send questions to my WhatsApp number and clarify your doubts.